you can get creative with the ways you throw them and where you throw them.
All right, so here we go. First map between Complexity and Aimpoint on the way here. It's going to be Raid Hardpoint, and I think we're going to kick it off with somebody from Complexity. I want to watch the Phil and Dito.
I was going to say, I want to go on with Dito first, too.
All right, so let's get our faces off the screen here, and let's hop on board with Dito, normally of the Merkin squad, and they recently announced that they picked up John, so we'll see how they're going to pan out here.
Hardpoint identified.
All right, so Dito off the start here. He's going to challenge middle, which is exactly what Ace does. This is what he does, but Dito, he's going to linger around here a bit longer than Ace did, so he's going to rotate a little bit later, but we'll see how he helps his team out here at the Statue Hardpoint. Does find one in the back, picks up the kill onto Demi, as Krim did find the first one in the round, but so far, Complexity, they're losing, man. They're down by 4 points.
It's 4-0, though. I mean, right now, Dito's doing a great job of just, you're not really giving up too much time, because if you're contesting, you're not really giving them time. So there's nothing wrong with contesting hills at all. And it was just smart play. We didn't push laundry right away, and we're playing for time, which is good.
Yeah, I think our production guy was sleeping, but there you go. He's awake now.
He just wanted to look at our face.
Who can blame him, right?
I know.
We're pretty darn good looking, but
yeah.
Back in the game, Dito, he didn't get any score streaks there. It's a tie game, but 5 seconds remaining. Dito, he's going to challenge for the scrappy time here while you see his other teammates. Oh! Whip on the knife here.
Swinging for the fences. Swinging for the fences. Got him.
Throat. So in the meantime, you saw Aimpoint. They weren't able to end the rotation to the kitchen hardpoint. Let's hop on with Decay here as he's the man inside the hardpoint, but he doesn't have flak jacket on, so he's going to be relying on these trophy systems to try to deflect those grenades. But he gets taken out. Now we're going on board with Super, who's on 4. Make it a 5-kill spree.
Right, and if you just look at your mini map, you have to push this kitchen hill together, or else you're going to give them streaks. Right now, from the Complexity squad, you just see a lot of just flooding from the front. There needs to be some pressure put on from the back, because if you can put pressure from the back, you can spawn them out more towards Art in the ring, and then you can get good time.
Hey, man, you're their coach. Get in the game and tell them to fix what they're doing, because right now it's not working out. 15 seconds remaining. You see that they've given up on the kitchen hardpoint, but it looks like both teams have it. Aimpoint, they don't even want this scrappy time. Now you see Decay, he's going to back up, but now there's only 7 seconds as you see Complexity. They're just going to sub for the garage hardpoint. TP, he's got a Scorpion in his hands, which I got to think that's because he's playing online, and he is all the way in Cali.
Yeah, all the way in California. It's hard to play online. I give TP tons of credit. I mean, sometimes it can get frustrating, but you know he still does very well online.
All right, so with the Scorpion in hand, this is where TP shines when he's inside the hardpoint. Scorpion not effective there as he does get taken out by Decay, but he's immediately shut down. You got Dito holding up over near the double Lambos now. Something that scares me here, no flak jacket, and he's sitting behind Lambos. They haven't been blown up yet.
Yeah, these cars have a mind of their own sometimes, I think, Revenue. They just blow up at random, but they're doing a great job of, you see, that's a perfect example of, they gave up almost, they gave up almost a full 50 points on the kitchen hill, but they didn't panic, they rotated early, and they pretty much got a full 60 right here, which is going to bring the game almost to a tie.
Yeah, that first garage hardpoint of the game, even if you lose the first 2 hardpoints, you could immediately come back into the game if you lock that one down. But now it's all about the transition to the basketball court, where we see Credo, he's set up over near the top of the staircase, does pick up the kill there on the Clayster, so he's able to capture it initially, but you gotta get past Crimson here. He does so, and now he's working towards some score streaks.
Right, yeah, and you see right now there's Complexity spawning up top, which is exactly what you would want right here, because you want to spawn up top, and then you want to get that to that L wall area and start getting some kills coming from poolside, and then you want to pinch together. If you just go from one way, it's not too effective to break this hill.
Yeah, you saw Complexity. They were so focused with pushing from the top, controlling the top, that they allowed Aimpoint to get a ton of time so far off this basketball hardpoint. They almost have double the amount of score Complexity has, but Demi gets cleaned up inside the hardpoint. It's going to be Creator trying to clean someone up, and does so as he takes out Crimsix here. So, I mean, you are obviously very familiar with Complexity and how they play. What do you think they're doing wrong here?
Right now, you just see a lot of just one person pushing the hill at a time. The one thing I usually stress when we play is that you'd rather make 2 or 3 really good attempts to break the hill than just flooding one by one. Because if you flood one by one, you're going to end up giving the other team streaks, and then it's going to be even harder to come back if you're not getting time.
Well, at least something working in favor of Complexity is I don't see any streaks, ready to call in from Aimpoint. So that's got to be a plus for them here, but definitely their teamwork is slacking a little bit right now in Aimpoint. They're a bit more coordinated than Complexity, and, that's reflected in the scoreboard as they have around almost a little less than a 50, maybe around a 40-point lead now, down to 30 as Kratos. He's going to enter the hard point on 2 kills. We're working towards his Hellstorm missile. He's going to take cover behind the magic tree here. You see Decay and the kill feed. He's able to pick up 2, taking out Dito and Glacier, but Kratos finding that kill on the TP, he's, you know, around 1.5 kills away from getting his Hellstorm missile.
Right, and right there you see 3 guys down. There should have been a flood on the hill, which you got right there. And the game is still extremely close. You can't get a lot of teams in the game. When one team takes the lead, they usually start feeding, and that's when you get even further down in the scoreboard. So as you see, you pull up the scoreboard. We're out. The slang's about even, but it's just time right now. You know, we're not getting those meaningful kills on the hill.
Yeah, so Demi, he's struggling for his team, but right now it doesn't matter as they have around a 50-point lead. Decay, he's on your screen here. Scorpion unable to make it work deep. 4 kills free, so he's finding the kills, but won't find them over here. It's going to be Glacier. Glacier, it looks like he's got a Warthog on, but the way things are going right now, he's not going to get that thing anytime soon.
Yeah, and you notice on your mini-map that Complexity's doing a great job of holding down that top spawn right now. I believe Dito is anchoring 4 Clay, which is something you see a lot when we play, is that we rotate anchors. We don't really have a set anchor, and I think you see more teams doing that.
Well, anchoring, it's really a team job, you know.
Yeah.
Spawns, they benefit everybody on team. If you got the good spawns, you know, everyone's going to be real happy. But definitely if you got Glacier, he's kind of like the main guy. He wants to be like, okay, you know, if I'm in the position, I'm going to go for the spawns first. And then, you know, if I'm not there, I'll rotate with you and swap spots with you.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Teep on your screen here. They're going to try to make the transition to a kitchen hardpoint. But Hellstorm Missile coming in now. Hellstorm Missile on the transition to the kitchen hardpoint, especially where Complexity is spawning. I think they're pretty happy with wasting that there.
Right, yeah, I think that was pretty much a rush call for a Hellstorm Missile. You could have saved that and used it to break basketball just in case. I mean, you always want to save your streaks to use them at a time when you need them. That wasn't really a necessary Hellstorm, but you know, they still have the time. They have control of the hill and they're picking up more streaks.
Not only that, Super, he's got a lightning strike and a sentry gun still to work with here. Does get cleaned up there, as now you see every single person from Aimpoint at that point in time, they were all inside the hardpoint and they all get taken out. So Complexity, they're going to take over. When is Super going to decide to throw down the sentry gun? Is it on the next hardpoint? Because it looks like he's going to rotate there now.
Yeah, if he's going to rotate early and throw down a garage, it's going to be super effective. Like we were saying before, the garage hardpoint is one of the 2 hardpoints that you would use streaks on, along with basketball. So if he puts it down at garage, I mean, this could be a big play right here.
Well, TP, he wants none of that, but eventually gets cleaned up by Kratos. And I was looking at Super's class. He's got dual trophy systems on, so I think he wants to throw down that sentry gun real soon. But you see Complexity, they got that favorable spawn, so they're going to try to make a coordinated push into this hardpoint. You see Glacier's going to come around the vents, but Dito, he's going to contest for the time being. Kratos going to try to pick up the kill. Grenades flying in. Lucky you got Flash Jacket on. Don't be too worried about that, as Aimpoint, they are going to hold on to this hill, and they're about to go up by around 100 points, Mr. X. As you see Complexity, they're more concerned with flooding to the front. TP now able to take control for Complexity.
Right, and right there you see they got 3 guys down and made a strong push, and also at the same time they blocked off pool spawn. But I think right now when you're down this much, you have to start rotating, because you assume the other team's not going to keep pushing in because they're up by over 100. There's really no need for them to keep coming in and feeding. So they're going to rotate, so you have to rotate along with them and beat them to the next hardpoint.
All right, so Glacier's Hellstorm allows Crimsix to enter the hardpoint. It looks like Complexity, they will get the transition kills. Glacier, big kill there, taking out Kratos, so they will hold on. In the meantime, you got Dito heating up, and that's going to be a scary sight for Aimpoint. We've all seen what Dito can do when his shot is on point.
Wow.
As there you see it in the kill feed, picking up 2 more kills, and he's got score streaks.
Right, and Dito picks up his Hellstorm and his Lightning right there, which is huge. I mean, he's just going off right now.
You know, I would have liked to see him save the lightning strike till the very last hardpoint, but he makes it work there. It does take out his teammate, unfortunately, but I think the Hellstorm is really what he wanted to use. Anyways, he's got a War Machine as well, so Complexity, they're going to try to come back into this game, and if they get every single second, they're going to put themselves in a good position to come back.
Right, and also they still have streaks for the middle hill, like we were talking before. I mean,
A War Machine there? Jeez.
yeah, and that Hellstorm. So like we said before, maybe Aimpoint used that Hellstorm a little bit too early, because now it's going to look like it might come back to bite him.
Super, you got a sentry gun. Well, there it is now. Dito with that War Machine or the Hellstorm, he could take that out real easy, as the sentry, it's already noticed by Crimsix, and almost immediately, Dito calls in the Hellstorm missile. Will burst that there, so no more sentry gun for you, Super. But I still would have loved to see Dito save that lightning strike, because it's pretty effective on this current hardpoint. But here we go, Mr. X. Dito on a 12 kill spree. We got to switch back on board with him. War Machine coming out. He's going to spray the hardpoint. Does find 1. Can he get more? hit markers does pick up Kratos as Complexity. They're going to enter the hard point. Dito is going off right now for Complexity on a 14 kill spree. He's going to take control of the kitchen. Time starting to wind down. 25 seconds left. It's currently an 8-point game. Complexity, it looks like they are going to make the comeback. Look at the spawns right now for Aimpoint. They are going to be flooding through the zigzag. If Dito whips out this war, she's going to pick up a whole lot of kills, but it's actually going to be TP there. Pick up the kills. Complexity, they just took the lead. And Mr. X, I think they've done it.
Yeah, and you noticed right there at the end, it was huge plays by Teep to push into Zig, but also, oh, Dito's going off. But you also saw right there in that middle hard point, like we were saying before, it used to be dominated by subs, now it's dominated by ARs, and Clayster and Dito right there just went huge.
Clayster ended Dito's 16 kill streak right there. That is phenomenal. That might be one of the biggest kill streaks I've seen in, you know, an MLG broadcasted match where you see Crim 6 in the round-ending kill cam. I gotta think Dito's on top. 39 and 21, 10 defense. Clayster 36 and 23, 6 defense. They started off slow, but they eventually found their rhythm and dominated their opponents in the end.
Right, you didn't see them get too desperate. They were down by about 100 pretty much throughout the whole game, pretty much into the second rotation of hard points. But, you know, it's so important not to give up streaks. When you get desperate and you try and go down by that many points and then you give up streaks, it's impossible amount of comeback. And we saw right there that never got desperate, rotated early, and didn't give up streaks, and they ended up getting streaks themselves and making a comeback.
So they were able to hold on to the garage hardpoint, won the rotation to the basketball hardpoint, climbed back into the game, and won it on the very last hardpoint of the game. So Complexity, they take map number 1 here in their matchup against Aimpoint. Stay tuned. We're going to a quick commercial break. When we come back, more Call of Duty action here on MajorLeagueGaming.com.